In this video, I'm doing a 5G data speed test of Pixel 5 versus Galaxy S20. The reason I'm doing this test is Pixel 5 uses the Snapdragon 760 5G processor, a more budget-focused processor that's using the Snapdragon X52 modem. The Galaxy S20, on the other hand, is using the Snapdragon 865 processor, which comes with the Snapdragon X55 modem baked into it. I want to see how these two modems compare in speed, coverage, and performance on Verizon's mmWave 5G network. I think some of these results will surprise you, and there are timestamps in the video description if you'd like to jump to a certain portion of this video. Before we get to the speed tests, I want to address my previous video where I was testing Pixel 5 on Verizon's mmWave 5G network, and I was noticing the 5G signal was connecting and disconnecting. So naturally, we were back in Denver. I had to figure out what was going on. What we're doing here is we're trying to test, before in my last video, I was seeing the 5G signal connect and disconnect from the tower. Boom, there it goes. Okay, you see that? And we noticed at the top, mobile data is idle, sending, receiving, active. So I think what's happening is when mobile data is idle, when there's no sending or receiving, I think that it drops. Boom, there you can see it. Mobile data is idle. We dropped 5G. Now it's sending and receiving. Boom, 5G is now active. So I think Pixel 5, what Google is doing in their phone is they are disconnecting from 5G when the phone is idle and not using cellular data. And when the phone is active, it will reconnect to the 5G network. And I believe this is what the new iPhone 12 will do as well. And so that was exactly what was going on. In my previous video, I was literally standing there, holding the phone, talking to the camera, and I observed the 5G signal connect and disconnect as the phone was cycling between sending and receiving data and then being idle. This isn't anything to worry about, and it shouldn't reflect negatively on Verizon's mmWave 5G network, but instead it is a software feature in Pixel 5 designed to help give you better battery life. And so now the big question, is this also present in the Galaxy S20 with the X55 modem? One thing I do want to check is while we are definitely within signal strength of 5G, I want to see if the X55 on Samsung exhibits the same drop and reconnect behavior when the phone is idle. There you go. You can see the phone actually did drop to LTE. No 5G NR connection. We are within feet of the 5G cell site. Interestingly, Signal Check Pro does say mobile data is active. Let's wait until it says sending and receiving. Maybe we'll get that 5G connectivity back. But it does appear, I'm not sure if this is modem related or software related on the Galaxy S20 with what Samsung is doing and with what Google is doing with the software on Pixel 5. But yep, whenever the phone is idle, both appear to disconnect from 5G ultra wideband to help preserve battery life. Now that we know, let's go ahead and put Pixel 5 with the X52 modem head-to-head against the Galaxy S20 Plus 5G with the X55 modem to see what kind of speed and performance differences we get. To run these tests, I went to 5 different locations at different distances from the 5G node. This will be the first test just outside the $7 parking in Denver, Colorado. Okay, so here's the download on Pixel 5 and the upload and the results. We got 1,203 megabits per second down, 39.3 megabits per second up. Okay, here we are on Galaxy S20 Plus 5G. Something interesting I'm noticing here, so if I go into Signal Check Pro, it's actually saying LTE Plus, and even with mobile data active, it does not appear we are connecting to the 5G tower site. Again, within line of sight, it's just down there. What I decided to do was run some speed tests to see if actively using cellular data would trigger the 5G connection. But no, it did not. You can see the results here for the 4G LTE data speed tests, averaging just 26 megabits per second down and 11 megabits per second up. We were not able to connect to Verizon 5G in location 1. It just picked up 5G ultra wideband on Verizon's 5G network. You can see amazing speeds. We did walk down the street. We're on the other side of that sign. I don't know, what is that, 100 feet, something like that? and we are now closer to the tower. It is able to connect. I'm going to try and back up a little bit and see how far we can get with this 5G signal. You can see we just dropped it on the other side of that parking sign. So again, we just picked it up on the other side of that $7 parking sign. Again, probably 100 feet or so from where Pixel 5 picked it up with that X52 modem. So I think, based on these initial tests, the X52 modem in Pixel 5, for whatever reason, in this particular environment, is getting slightly better range with Verizon 5G ultra wideband. I'm gonna make this the first spot for Galaxy S20, or maybe spot 1.1 or whatever. Let's do some speed tests here. Okay, literally after I said I'd make this the first spot for the S20, it genuinely dropped the 5G signal and went back to 4G LTE for the first speed test. Except at the very end, where it did pick up the ultra wideband signal again. Crazy. Those are the results of the second test, I guess, as it is. Comparing these results side by side here, and in location 1, Pixel 5 had better coverage and faster data speeds, averaging 1,453 megabits per second down and 34.4 megabits per second up. The S20 averaged 533 down and 42.6 up, although those averages are skewed because of the first test where it did drop down to 4G LTE. Still, I think these results are reasonably fair, especially considering the S20 was cheated in 100 feet closer to the 5G node, and it still dropped and went to 4G LTE. For location 1, the winner goes to Pixel 5. Here on site directly next to the 5G node, I would have expected the flagship X55 modem inside the S20 Plus to perform better, as it has what I would assume are almost optimal testing conditions. However, taking a look at the results, and you can see the X52 modem inside Pixel 5 absolutely crushed it. It peaked at 2,000 megabits per second down, well over the 1,222 megabit per second peak of the S20. That said, the S20 did have more consistent speeds across the board, and it also had faster upload speeds, averaging 83.5 megabits per second. Still, I've got to give this one to Pixel 5 for the higher peak performance and the higher overall average download speeds in location 2. Here's the third spot. I've gone ahead and walked down the street a little bit. Tower site is just there. This is sort of the new environment. Nothing really in between me and the tower site, but we'll still do some 5G speed tests. Okay, so for location 3, Pixel 5 again had faster download speeds, while Galaxy S20 continued to have faster upload speeds. Pixel 5 averaged 1,540 megabits per second down and 55.3 megabits per second up. Galaxy S20 averaged 1,385 megabits per second down and 71.4 megabits per second up. Both had overall great performance in this location. This will be our fourth testing site just outside of Union Station and Whole Foods. Actually so I came around that corner expecting to block the cell site, but it turns out that right there is another 5G cell site. So we still have excellent 5G connectivity on Verizon. Let's see what kind of speeds we are getting. Error. Oh, that's not a good start. All right, let's see what kind of 5G speeds we are getting. Oh my God, I lost signal entirely. What is happening right now? From my testing up until this point, it does seem like, for whatever reason, there it is. The X55 is not performing as well. I'm thinking maybe if I reset my network settings, or maybe if I restarted the phone, they would improve. I'm not sure. Let me know with a comment down below what you think would help get these speeds to improve so I can get faster, more accurate, consistent results in the future. For now, here are the speed test results for site location number 4. And from these results, you can clearly see that Pixel 5 is the winner in this location. I'm not sure what was up with the S20, but it had a noticeable dip in performance. It averaged 557 megabits per second down, which is just about a third of the average speeds we were seeing on Pixel 5 with an average of 1,454 megabits per second down. So of the testing sites so far, Pixel 5 has faster speeds on locations 1, 2, and 4, and Galaxy S20 does appear to have consistently faster upload speeds, but the download speeds just aren't as fast. And for this last test, I wanted to do a 5G signal drop test. I had both phones connected to the 5G node and then walked behind a building down the street to see how far I could go before the 5G signal dropped. And this was kind of crazy. This will be the 5th site. It's actually just down the street from this first site. So that's the original cell tower. What I've noticed is as we walk kind of down this street, the Liberty Global building will actually cause the signal to drop. So this is the 5G drop test. We're going to be testing the performance here. Let's start a data speed test and go walking down the street, see how far we get before this signal drops. Still have it. Okay, we're now fully behind the building. Let's see if it remains connected. I'm gonna tap go. It's still got it. It's still got it. I'm gonna keep going down this street here. Wow, I mean, we're behind a building. And I don't know if it's that specific tower site behind the building or the one that's behind me. Oh, it just dropped. It just dropped. We had it and we got to about this location. And now you can see Verizon LTE. So we are on the LTE network. Look at the difference in those speeds. So yeah, going behind a building in this instance with the current tower site layout will cause the 5G signal to drop on Verizon using the X52 modem. We made it a decent ways down the street before that happened though. Kind of surprising. Of course, there's probably a lot of factors that contribute to that. These are the speeds we're getting on Verizon LTE. I'm gonna head back in the direction we came to see when the phone will actually pick up the 5G signal again. Oh, it looks like we just got it. I only had to go a few feet, but this is it. If we run a second speed test, yeah, we are getting ultra wideband. It's performing a lot better than I expected. Galaxy S20 Plus 5G drop test. Let's go activate a 5G data speed test. We're connected to the 5G ultra wideband network. See how far we can get. Wait a minute. 5G ultra wideband, 40 megabits fit. Okay, it's getting fast. Still though, those are like LTE speeds. Interesting. Let's go ahead and try that again. This is the Galaxy S20 5G drop test. Let's get a 5G cellular data speed test active. You can see we are connected to 5G ultra wideband. Let's get another speed test going here. Want to make sure it stays connected. Oh, okay, did it crash? That's not what we wanted. Still got it. Okay, I walked down the entire street and the speeds definitely dropped. Oh, there it is. It just dropped. We're back on LTE. I was gonna say the signal didn't drop, and as I was gonna say it, it dropped. It's here, but it's super slow. Would it be better if it switched to LTE? It says it's connected. This is Verizon 5G ultra wideband. Ladies and gentlemen, I mean, you can see it. That's it. 5G ultra wideband, 5G, 10 megabits per second down. There you go. I don't really know what to say right now. So as you can see, this test had mixed results. The S20 did make it almost all the way down the street before finally disconnecting, but then as I was walking back up the street, it only got like 10 megabits per second down on a 5G speed test. I thought that was super weird. Pixel 5, on the other hand, made it about halfway down the street before disconnecting, but it also tended to have higher speeds when it was connected. So there you go. That is the 5G data speed test video. From my testing, it appeared to me Pixel 5 consistently had faster download speeds, I should say, across the 5 different locations, and the Galaxy S20 had slightly faster upload speeds. Still, both performed very well, and if you're getting a 5G phone, I think you'll enjoy using both of these on Verizon's mmWave 5G network. That's going to be it for this video. Give this video a thumbs up if you found it helpful, subscribe for more videos like this one, and be sure to visit my website, bestphoneplans.net, to easily compare cell phone plans, prices, and features. I'm Stetson, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.